folks. Yesterday I was able to shoot a little video while I was at the Dana-Farber Cancer Center in Weymouth having my chemo treatment to show people what it was like to have the port access to have my treatments. Over the last few weeks I've had a lot of people ask me what it was like having my port put in, what it feels like now, and what it's like having it accessed in order to have chemo done or have blood drawn. And you know, after you get diagnosed with cancer, one of the biggest anxieties that you have is just the fear of the unknown. What will this surgery be like, or what will this procedure be like? And I really felt like the Lord put on my heart to just do this little video in hopes of giving people some peace of mind and to show them what it's like and alleviate their fears. And this is really out of my comfort zone, and I really kind of wanted to chicken out, but I remembered the account of Moses in Genesis. I'm going to really paraphrase here, but when he said to the Lord, "But I am slow of speech and lame of tongue," and the Lord said to him, "But who created your tongue and who created your mouth? If I've given you something to say, won't I give you the ability to say it?" So I'm just trusting that my awkward attempts, that the Lord will help them be used to give somebody some peace of mind. So let me give you a little background. I was diagnosed with invasive mucinous carcinoma, breast cancer, in February, stage 1, after having a mammogram, an ultrasound, an MRI, and a biopsy. So ladies, please get your yearly mammograms. A few minutes of being uncomfortable is so worth getting an early detection like I did and having a great prognosis. So please get your mammograms. But after that, I did have a lumpectomy and sentinel node removal, and thankfully they went great, and the pathology reports showed that my cancer had not spread to my lymph nodes. So my next step was to meet with my oncologist to discuss what kind of chemo I would have. And for me, I am having 12 weeks of going once a week, and then after that I'll have an additional 13 treatments once every 3 weeks. And I'll also have some radiation in there as well, 6 weeks of radiation. But in total, I will have 25 chemo infusions. So I met with a nurse who checked my veins and said that she really recommends that I go with a port. So the next week I went in to have the surgery. It's an outpatient surgery. They did an anesthesia, not your typical anesthesia. They did actually a conscious sedation, but I slept through the whole thing. I was awake very shortly after. The next day I was out having a dental cleaning and on a whim got my hair chopped off. I was very sore for about a week, but I was never in pain. And then every day after that I just felt better and better. 3 days after having the port put in, I went in for my first infusion. And I was really nervous because I was quite tender and I thought it might hurt. But even then it didn't hurt. So I do hope that you're able to watch this video, and if you are facing this, then I pray all goes well for you. But if you may have a family member who's going to go through this, or a friend, go ahead and watch, and I hope it gives you, again, just a peace of mind that it's not so bad. I mean, for a fun day, I wouldn't sign up for a chemo treatment, but you can do it. It's really not that bad. So I pray that you do well if you're going through this treatment, and just watch the video. I hope it helps. Thank you. Hi, this is Diane. I'm at the Dana-Farber Cancer Center in Weymouth, and I'm here for my infusion. I've had a lot of people ask me about the port and if it's easy and does it hurt, and it doesn't. And thankfully my nurse Kelly here has agreed to video this in hopes that it will give somebody some peace of mind that it's easy to have this done. So here is my port.
I'm just going to give you a feel. Do you want me to describe what I'm doing?
Sure.
Okay. So this is just chlorhexidine. It's an antiseptic. We just clean it really well before we access it with a needle.
Kind of smells like alcohol, I guess, really, like cleaning alcohol. And I had my first infusion 3 days after the port was put in, and even this didn't hurt then either, so it's really pretty easy.
We'll let that dry for a little. This is the exciting part of the video.
Right?
Just
wait for it to dry.
Just waiting. You do a lot of that.
Yeah. And then this is just a cold spray. It's called ethyl chloride. We just use it to kind of numb the area before we put the needle in. It just makes it feel really cold. Okay. And we'll let that dry too.
And my port is just a little triangular plastic piece that's inside, but the center of it is filled sort of like a silicone spongy, and so that's what this needle is going to go into.
This is what it looks like. If you want to get a shot of that before I go in.
It's like a giant thumbtack.
Yeah, right.
Alrighty. You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
And that does not hurt. It's a slight pinch, but that's it. And so she'll take that in place.
So these are what we call steri strips. They're like antibiotic strips just to hold it in place while it's accessed. Cover it up with a dressing. Sorry. And then we're drawing labs from her, so we'll just flush it with saline.
And it never hurts to have anything put in or blood taken out. Once in a while it'll have just sort of a weird sensation, like if the fluid is cool or something, but never hurts. Never uncomfortable. And so labs are done just to make sure I'm healthy enough to have my chemo. That's really about it for now. But hopefully if anyone's feeling nervous about having a port or what it's like to have treatment, it's really nothing to be nervous about. It's easy. It's easier than having needles stuck in you. So that's it. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions you can post them. I'll try to answer, but other than that, thank you.